Good morning to you. We are approaching 8 a.m. Not there yet. If you're looking to head out the door by 8, it's about 1:45. A beautiful day in the harbor and around the city. This is the last week for most kids before they head back to school. And of course, it's time to start talking about getting them back on an appropriate routine for that first week of school and beyond. We are joined by Wendy Hall. Wendy has a doctorate in nursing and specializes in sleep and sleep studies at the University of British Columbia. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning, Michael.
Okay, let's talk about a sleep routine. How do we get our kids back into the right sleep pattern?
It's tricky because the summer things tend to go by the board.
Yeah, it slips.
And I know a lot of parents are really stressed out the week before school starts, but so important to try and get them back into a routine. So you want to start at least a week before school, so that's about now.
Today.
Yes, and you just want to do a little bit at a time. So move the time a little bit earlier at night when you're settling them to sleep, and try and make sure you get them up at the appropriate time in the morning so it's getting closer to when they would get up for school time.
What is an appropriate amount of sleep based on school-age kids? So say for elementary or high school kids?
Yeah.
And does it differ?
It does. So for elementary children, it's between 9 and 12 hours in total a day. And for adolescents, it's between 8 to 10 hours in total a day.
Okay, so a little bit less. Talk about sleep hygiene. What's this?
Sleep hygiene is really paying attention to what happens for you before you go to sleep and during the night. So for example, we know with teenagers, there's more and more adolescents who are on screens before they go to bed and may in fact take a cell phone or have an iPad or something in the room with them during the night. And that can interfere with their sleep, even if they know it's there, even if they're not actually on it. So
what's your recommendation?
Well, actually, I haven't seen them myself, but I've heard that there's pods where everybody can park their phones at night.
Not in person's bedrooms.
Not in person's bedrooms. And it means grown-ups and adults have to do it too. They need to role model for their children. Okay,
so do you think it's a better idea to have, and not necessarily old-fashioned, but a separate alarm clock instead of using your phone or your device as your alarm?
Yes, it is. Because if you don't have it on mute, or even if you do, it's in the room with you, but if you don't have it on mute, you're going to hear those dings when there's text messages coming in, or maybe you've got it for your email or whatever.
Our oldest son has always had trouble sleeping, not just going to sleep, but getting a peaceful night's sleep. Ever since he was young, he still is a terrible sleeper. What's your recommendation?
Well, it's hard to know without asking a lot of questions about him, but it does tend to follow a pattern. Children who don't sleep well when they're younger, often those sleep problems persist. And I've had students tell me when I've been lecturing them who are in their 30s that those problems have persisted to adulthood. So you want to try and get on top of it but not make them anxious about it. So getting lots of exercise during the day but not right before bed.
Okay, this is a key point too.
Yes.
Not exercising late and then going to bed. Why is that?
It raises your core body temperature significantly, and then it takes time for your core body temperature to go back down, so it can interfere with falling asleep. But exercise during the day is really important, and avoiding caffeine after noon, because it takes about 8 hours to kick out of your system. So if he's having difficulty sleeping, that's really important.
Thanks so much for the information. It's incredible. Tell us about the important anniversary that you are celebrating at the UBC Faculty of Nursing.
Oh, it's 100 years this year since the School of Nursing started in 1919. So.
100, and you've been there for how long?
Not all 100.
Not all 100, no, but you've been there for a long time, an important member of the faculty, so thanks for that.
Thanks very much.
All right, coming up, stay with us. This